As you probably guessed, Norway have lots of incentives for electric cars. And now I'm going to show you one of them, which is to drive on the bus lane and taxi lane. So as you can see in the video here, this footage was taken in January 2014. I was on my way to Trondheim. This is E6, and there's like 3 or 4 lanes, regular lanes, and also a bus lane. So most of the time the bus lane is free, and also in the rush hour it's mostly free. And electric cars, not only Tesla but also BMW i3, Nissan Leaf, Peugeot i1, and those small cars, they can also drive as long as it's fully electric. So that's pretty good, I think, and you utilize the lanes better, and also it's a very good incentive for people to buy electric cars. So actually that's one of the reasons why so many Norwegians bought electric cars. It is to skip the congestion in the morning or an afternoon. But there's been a restriction lately in Oslo where during rush hour, I think it was between 8 and 10 or something in the morning, and also 2 to 6 in the afternoon, you have to be at least 2 people in the car enabled to drive on the bus lane, because there actually have been too many cars on those stretches. But there are only certain stretches around Oslo, as far as I know. So all the other places you can drive on bus lane any time of the day, night. And I mean, why? Yeah, like I mentioned, it's a good incentive, so people want to buy electric cars. I've seen bus lanes in other countries as well, and as far as I know, they don't have any incentives. But they should do it, because why would people drive electric cars instead of a fossil car? It will reduce, well, there's a whole discussion about how clean electric cars are and all that, but one thing that we all can agree on is that electric cars do not pollute locally, and that's really important for a city. They don't want too much local pollution. Actually, Oslo have suggested to ban diesel car on certain times of the day, certain days of the year when it's really bad, especially in the winter. The winter means cold, low temperature, and then the fossil cars, especially diesel cars, when they are cold, they pollute more. So I really hope more people use electric cars. For instance, like an old couple. Actually, this is actually true. I know I have some relatives who bought a Golf. They are, I don't know how old they are, maybe like 60, 70 or something, and they don't drive that far. Maybe they drive only like to the grocery store or something, to the city, which is really close. So they only drive some like 10, 20, 30 kilometers. Maybe one day they might drive as far as 50 kilometers. And instead of buying a Golf, a regular Golf, they could have bought an e-Golf, which is pretty much the same car. They might have slightly lower luggage space, but they don't need that luggage space. They don't have a family. It's just old couple, just man and wife. Yeah. And as for range, even in winter, you can do 100 kilometers. I bet. I haven't tried it, but that's what I'm assuming, because it's rated to like 150, 170 something. So, like many people could use an electric car, but they just don't know, or they just don't want to believe it's possible. And then you have families who need the space and the range. Well, they could have bought a Tesla, more or less. Maybe they bought some huge Volvo or BMW or Mercedes instead, and they don't realize it either, that they could also use a Model S. And Model S could it could be the number one car. They just don't know it. They think the range is not enough, that you need to drive 1,000 kilometers without stopping. But I've experienced many times that even on long trips, we try to drive non-stop to Oslo, and from Oslo to Trondheim. What happened? We needed to stop. in what was it? It was in Alvdal and in Elverum, and we stopped for like 10 minutes or something for bathroom break. And at that time, we could have plugged in and gained some 100 kilometer or something range on each of those locations, and in that way, we could have gone like, almost non-stop. So well, okay. Well, now you've seen one of the incentives. Maybe if you guys like this, I might make more videos about other incentives we have. Let's see what we have. We have free toll road. We have free parking, free charging. Well, you've seen that on my previous video. Low cost on ferries. And what else? Yeah, they're really good incentives. Yeah. All right. So that's it for now then.